Hello, beautiful people. It's Ishanis Magaya, your host on this channel, A Zimbo's Technology Essential. Welcome to 2020. And I know everyone has 2020 resolutions that they have set for themselves. Some are currently maybe still drafting and writing them down. But this was part of my 2020 resolution that I should create a YouTube channel that I can actually share the knowledge that I have with you guys. So welcome once again to A Zimbo's Technology Essential. So let's get to the order of business today. The order of business today is me explaining to you what this channel is all about. So this channel is focused on providing information about the essentials, tools that are necessary for a Zimbabwean citizen who is living within the borders of Zimbabwe. I'm not saying that someone who is a Zimbabwean living outside the country is not a Zimbo, but I'm just focusing on the people who are currently living in Zimbabwe, because we're going to be talking about the issue of internet access, devices which are not expensive. Given our economic situations, we want devices which are not expensive, but they suit our need. They can actually be as useful. We are now going to be focusing on the value for money, value for technology, the value for actually the social experience that we're gonna have with these devices. If I say social experience, someone is like saying, is there something like that? Like, yes, there is. Do you remember when someone pulls out an iPhone at school? What does the society do? Yes, what does it do? How do people interact with people who've got expensive devices, flagship, all those issues? We're going to be focusing on them. You can have the latest, most capable, taking good pictures for the Instagram phone on a low budget. Do you know that there are actually better phones out there which are not expensive, but they can actually suit your need, so that you can actually fit in within the society? Those are some of the issues which are affecting a day-to-day activity of a Zimbabwean. So, for example, I will start by explaining what is technology. So, technology is just computers and devices, and maybe those technology examples can be the internet. Can be a laptop, it can be a mobile phone. Definition to technology is actually science or knowledge that is put into practical use to solve problems or to or invent useful tools. That's actually technology. So if you say essential is a thing that is absolutely necessary. We only had the bare essentials in the way of equipment. That is actually according to Oxford. I would say equipment, but some are non-tangible things which can be accessed through maybe equipment. If we say the internet is an essential, we access it through maybe routers, mobile devices, laptops, computers, Wi-Fi devices, mobile lines, data lines. All that we're going to be focusing on them and covering them here. So we have a podcast audio file that is made available on the internet for downloading to a computer or a personal device, so that you can actually listen to them, and they are also received by subscribers automatically if you are maybe subscribed, if you have had subscribed to that channel. Then we have a vlog which is more like a personal website or social media account where a person regularly posts short videos. You can add travel vlogs, you can add technology vlogs, you can add maybe cooking vlogs, but mine is actually a YouTube channel which is focused on technology essentials. So we have the internet. The internet is the world's most popular computer network. As we, according to academics, it was part of a project which just began in 1969, and it became a global commercial network in the early 90s, which is in the 1990s. So today it is used by more than 2 billion people around the world, and the internet is notable for its decentralization. Decentralization meaning it does not belong to nobody. It does not belong in a building. It does not belong in a city. It does not belong in a country. It is owned by no one. Get that right. But who gets to own the access to the internet? Those are the ISP, the internet service providers, which are the guys. These are the guys who give you data lines, who give you fiber optic devices so that you can actually access this one. These are the guys which are going to install internet on your home. Yes, guys. Okay, so the internet is the global system of interconnected computer networks that uses the internet protocol SOT to link devices worldwide. So definitely, the usual question is why now? Why are all these important to me? Why is this important to us? This is so important to you, the viewers, wherever you are listening from. Thank you for taking the time to actually listen up to this minute. This is so important to you. Why? Because we are in the 21st century. The 21st century, 2001. We are the millennials. We are the third millennium since the beginning of time. Most people now categorized our age as the technology age. The technology age is also called the information age. And the information age has also some different synonyms that it is associated with the likes of computer age, digital age, the new age, which is the age that has been revolutionized. Like it's actually now part of, it's actually driven with the information and technology combined together, that we're now focusing on quick access to information. And so since the beginning of the 20th century, and it is also categorized or characterized by the rapid shift from traditional industry that the industrial revolution brought through industrialization to an economic primarily based upon information technology. So it is the order of the business. It is business. It is all about money. Okay, not really about money, because most of you guys are wasting a lot of time on Instagram and Facebook rather than going out there and making money. But okay, fine. If you are making money through social media, it is very possible. You can make a lot of money as your day job. It's possible. Why is that so? Because this is the new media age. We can now have information accessible as quick as possible. Unlike long time ago, you had to use smoke signals, we have to use horses, we had to use post offices, writing letters, we had to actually have those bell telephones which needed you to crank a number like for you to make a call. Now you can just say 077 or speed dial. You can actually do a lot of things with the information age. But when did it all change? It changed when it was now focusing on what is called the MOSFET, which is metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. Yes, I just said that right. Out loud and clear. Okay, so you can just go and look it up. I'll give you links to all this information. But what does this do? These are almost like transistors which are now affecting how fast we can access this information. We are all familiar with how many cores do you have in your laptop, your machine, what kind of RAM do you have, you see now, that kind of thing. RAM and processors now, they are a product of what we call miniaturization, making things smaller and smaller. So miniaturization is the trend to manufacture ever smaller mechanical, optical, and electric products and devices. Examples include miniaturization of mobile phones, computers, and vehicle engine downsizing. In electronics, the exponential scaling and miniaturization of silicon MOSFETs, the MOS transistors. It leads to the average number of transistors on an integrated circuit chip doubling every 2 years. An observation known as Moore's law. Integrated circuits such as microprocessors and memory chips built with increasing transistor density, faster performance, and lower power consumption, enabling the miniaturization of electronic devices. So I've just wasted maybe your time trying to tell you this jargon kind of words, but they are so important. Now we get microprocessors, we get memory chips, we get low power consumption, we get electronic devices. So now you have a device which is capable of computing a lot of functions just in your pocket, on your hand. You have a memory card which is maybe 2 terabytes. A memory card, yeah, maybe I'm exaggerating, but okay, that's okay. A memory card which is maybe 2 gig space, or 64 gig, 128, 64 gig. A phone which is 128, 156 gig, 256 gig. To store all these files with you. You have a computer which is 2 terabytes, 500 megabytes, 1 gig, all that. But now, what made that possible? It is this MOSFET silicon transistors, making them smaller, at the same time enabling you to have a lot of files. Long ago, we used to have bigger hard drives. We used to have bigger machines which were actually bigger but low on memory, low on execution power, which if we have those devices to use today, they wouldn't do anything, like nothing. They won't be doing anything. So what am I saying? Definitely I'll have to make a part 2 of this video. That's where I will continue to explain some of the things, and also I'll get to the issue that I was supposed to be focused on my first video, which was supposed to be how you can access internet 24/7 in Zimbabwe, how you can manage your data and the cost of having that access. Unfortunately, some of my friends recommended that I should first of all explain what the channel is all about, because I didn't have that video yet to explain what I'm all about. So I saw the need so that you can actually get to know what I'm trying to achieve and why you should keep on looking out for my videos. So now what I was just trying to explain is we have the internet, we have the computer age, the information age, we have miniaturization that is now enabled us to have electrical vehicles, smaller, thinner devices, and we have some fast laptops or computers using SSDs, micro SDs, everything that is now interconnected by the use of the internet. So I've covered a lot of topics. You can actually have 1 or 2 things that you have learned from this video. This video was mostly focused on you to understand what this channel is all about. The part 2 of this video is going to be diving deep into some of the issues that I didn't mention, because I didn't want to give you too much information, so that we can actually spread it out. We can actually have time to digest the information. I know tomorrow maybe processor in brain. Okay, sorry, but yeah, that was just a joke. And you should have time to process, you have time to go and maybe look this up. So the next one is going to be the evolution of computers, then the use of internet in Zimbabwe, how you can acquire data, how you can actually have internet access. So thank you all, thank you for subscribing, thank you.